All right, guys. So obviously, this is a big deal for me as a huge Texans fan. We are finally back in the playoffs. Been a long time coming since 2019 after we beat Buffalo. Then we got killed by Kansas City. But on a positive note, we're in there and we playing on Saturday, January 13th. And let me tell you right now, we got Cleveland. And they ain't no joke. Actually, Cleveland came and beat us, but we didn't have Stroud. So we got Stroud now. So what's up? Anyways, no. I really want to break this down for both parties, as Cleveland and of course for the Texans. I think that they're equally matched. I think that Cleveland has a better defense, where we excel at better offense. This is where I like to have fun with this, especially these two teams, because of course you've got the Joe Flacco story. Guys on this couch. What does he do? Oh man, I'm gonna go play for the Cleveland Browns. Kids love it. Few hours away from home. Then all of a sudden, dude, the Browns start winning because they paid Deshaun Watson X amount of dollars, which is great. This is amazing, but it's not working out how we wanted to as Texans fans. Then you turn around and you have pretty much DTR go down, their other quarterback go down. PJ Walker just plays like trash. And, the Nick Chubb injury. This team was plagued. So let me tell you something right now. Kevin Stefanski has done a phenomenal job with the Browns, has done a phenomenal job. I mean, outside of just the injuries alone, quarterbacks going down, he has found a way to make the Browns actually sit comfortable in the playoffs, to where he rested his starters in the last game of the season, literally last weekend. So we're not playing against no scrub team. Now that the Texans were finally in where we belong, right? Well, I don't want us to be like the Giants where it's a fluke season, right? So we really gotta home in and get a playoff win, which I think is capable of doing because we are playing at home, thanks to Tennessee. Whoo, thank you, Tennessee. Whoop, whoop. Never thought I'd ever say that in my life. Thanks to the Titans for helping us out. Beating Jacksonville and eliminating Jacksonville, which is very bizarre. But really dive into this. So if we're going to do it, I'm going to try to do it this way. Quarterback to quarterback, running back to running back, offensive line to offensive line, D-line to D-line, secondary to secondary, so on and so forth, right? So if you guys catch my drift, that's how we're going to do it, okay? So we're going to break it down quarterback to quarterback. This is where I think the match is equal, right? Joe Flacco is a statue, but he is a statue that's accurate. He can hit his targets, which is very effective and great in a lot of ways. So that being said, on the other side of the ball, we got CJ Stroud, Mr. Pinpoint himself. He gets the job done in a lot of ways as well. He can move around in the pocket, a lot younger, obviously, more, what's the word I'm looking for here? He's more, I guess, energetic because Joe's been there. So obviously, this is going to be one of those fun games. He's going to want to take the deep shots down the field. He's got to get settled in. Where Joe is already comfortable, this is where CJ Stroud has to get comfortable. The edge, lean it more towards the quarterback for the Browns. Running back room. Now, Kareem Hunt, Pierre Strong, and I think his name is Jerome Ford. Pretty decent, solid running backs. They usually handle their business. Pretty solid. As for us, we've got Damian Pierce and Dalvin Singletary, which is not as strong as their running back class, right? But I will say this. This is where we win in this battle versus they lose in this battle, right? Everyone says the offensive line for the Cleveland Browns is amazing, which is true. But I think once the Texans finally got their formula right at O-line, which is not really seen, I guess, amongst all 32 teams and not really discussed, which is, I understand, it's not a hot topic. It doesn't get you clicks or likes. But offensively, on the O-line, the Texans' offensive line actually has better pass protection. And on top of that, when they plant and they start to run the ball and commit over 15 to 20 times per carries, they actually average close to 150 yards plus on the ground. So, does the edge actually, the numbers go more towards the Texans when it comes to the offensive line. Now, we're going to talk about receivers outside of the lines. So, obviously, 2-1 for the Browns, 1 going to the Texans as in the offensive line play. Receivers, I love Amari Cooper. You could throw Njoku in there. We'll say tight end receivers will do that. Njoku is really a great safety blanket. He freaking loves Njoku. But outside of that, I'm fine with Elijah Moore beating me. I can live with that. You know what I mean? I'm okay with Elijah Moore beating me as a, NFL team. Now, on the other side, you got Noah Brown, Xavier Hutchinson, Miko Collins, who's looking like a freaking beast right now. So obviously, Amari and Miko both what and what right there, the true number ones of the team. But dude, when I tell you Noah Brown can get it going, when I tell you Xavier Hutchinson come out the backfield with a jet sweep can get it going, Dalton Schultz can get it going. It's a lot of offensive weapons that we have that can really get going on the outside of that ball. But it's kind of going to come down to play style and play calling, right timing and right place. I think that the Texans need to be more aggressive. We didn't see that in the Colts game. Second quarter, 35 seconds left with 2 timeouts, and they're only up by, a field goal. I'm like, yo, execute. Take care of business. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to have to see a lot of in this playoff game. So take every shot you get because this is the playoffs. This is the NFL. I'm going to lean the edge more towards the Texans when it comes to the receiving core / tight end core. I think that they're younger, but they've really developed and yoked as the season went along. I think that with the Browns outside of Amari Cooper, and yes, Amari Cooper carved our butts up when they first played. But hey, it's a new beginning. Stingley might be matched up on him. We're going to find something. Steven Nelson, Stingley, Desmond King, we sending a book at them. Like I said, I'd rather live with Elijah Moore beating us. All right, defensive side of the ball, they pretty much win that side. D-line, they win. Linebackers, we might have an argument with Christian Harris, and Denzel Perriman if they decide to, play pretty good and keep an eye on Njoku. But, man, their D-line, obviously Myles Garrett, need I say more? Then on top of that, you've got pretty much with us, we've got Will Anderson and Jonathan Gennard. If Will Anderson is 100%, yes, but they both don't equate to the Defensive Player of the Year. Shout out to, Myles Garrett. Obviously, he's from Texas as well. He played at A&M. Shout out to my boy. But we're going to talk about secondary, where I think this is where we might have them beat a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if you in the comments would go with Cleveland on that one. I'm just saying this to say this. I like Petrie and I like Stingley. As for, obviously on the other side of the ball, their secondary is pretty efficient. They handle business, but their front seven is so good. They just relax in coverage a lot. So it is what it is with that. But all else, let's be honest. This is where it's going to be one of those games where it's going to be very fun to watch. Projected score for me, I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. I'm going to give y'all 34-27. And because I'm a fan, let's go Texans. I hope we get this win. We bounce back, go to the second round of the playoffs. That's just me. That's what I want. I know Vegas has got the Browns winning the Super Bowl, which I thought I'd never, ever hear that in my lifetime. But, hey, it is what it is. That's just me sitting it in. But you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know. Playoff picture is here. Shout out to the Texans. We finally are in. I'm just happy we're here. Like, dude, I'm just happy we're here. We only won 2 games last year. 2-10. I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. But also, Cleveland fans, you guys are much deserved too as a fan base. Y'all been suffering for years and years. So I get it. Both of us, we both love the game, and there's respect on both sides of the ball. Take care. Peace. I'm out.